Hey everybody, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am going to be playing a game of 5 Parsecs from Home with my crew, Tristani Zoo, Captain Tristani. I have 6 miniatures lined up against this edge. My opponent is on that edge. This is the Sierra Palms Medical Center, aka the safe place. This is where crews who might be running from, say, the legal portion of the galaxy, they can come here for fast but somewhat expensive treatment for their injuries. Now, the Sierra Palms Medical Center called the captain. They did him a favor a while back, they honored his insurance plan for one of his crew members. They've called and said that they have a crew that's harassing them, basically taking some money each month as protection, right? And they've kind of had enough. And so the captain told them, he said, listen, the next time they tell you, or the next time they land, or the next time they tell you that they're coming to have the money ready, let me know and we'll see what we can do. So the manager of Sierra Palms was alerted that they were a day out and to have his funds ready to go. They want them instantly so they can take off and get out of here. And they have landed. They have come down to this other side. But the captain and his crew got here just hours in advance, on advance warning, and have sort of prepared to eliminate this threat. Now, in this game, I am supposed to hold the field. It's called Fight Off. I have to either make them run away or kill them off completely. I have to hold the field to win this game. So what I'm going to do, there are no conditions on the field. There's no rain or slippery conditions, anything like that. It's just a straight up fight. But there are a lot of places to hide. There's some places to get up high for elevation. Now, they have a crew of 6, but they also have hired a unique individual with a rattle gun. He is defensive in nature. He's not going to put his neck out. Now, he's getting paid, but he's not going to be doing anything super aggressive with this crew. Now, this crew does not know that I am in wait for them, but as soon as they get line of sight to one of my guys, they are going to know that they have been turned in, and they are going to fight hard. They are an aggressive AI, so they will attempt to get in close for brawl, but they don't want to brawl with any character that's higher combat than they are, and their combat is +1. So most of my guys are combat +1 or +2. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Now, once again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put myself in the shoes of that player. I'm playing a solo game, but I'm going to try and see what I can do here to sort of help the story and maybe give them a fighting chance. My crew is ready and waiting, and so they know what's in store. But so far, I've got the surprise on this crew. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather my dice, take a few last notes for the game. And we will get started with this combat scenario in just a moment. All right, let's get playing. All right, before the game starts, I do need to roll a couple random things. One, there is a notable here that it's a shiny bid. It's worth 1 credit. Now, if I hold the field and win this game, I get this. But if I think I'm not going to be able to hold the field, I can still get it and get it off. But it's going to go in the center, and then 2d6 plus 2 inches in a random direction. So 2d6 is 8. So from the center, which is right here, I want to move it 8 inches, and I'm going to use this yellow die to indicate the direction where it's pointing. It's pointing this way. So 8 inches, I'm going to put it on top of this vent here. That little item right there is worth 1 credit. But hey, every credit counts in this game. So here's how it's going to play out. my crew is obviously attempting to get the element of surprise, but as soon as they move, that team is going to notice movement over here because there is line of sight. So what I'm really hoping for is to do what's called to seize the initiative. And what you do at the start of your turn is you roll 2d6 and you add the savvy of the highest savvy of any of your characters. Now my robot 6 has a savvy of +2. So I'm going to roll 2d6, add the 2, and I'm looking for a 10 or higher. And I got a 10, +2 is 12. So they will get a free move before we do the initiative roll, or the reaction roll. So all of my characters have a movement of 4. The only character who has a line of shot is 6. 6 does have a military rifle with 1 shot. Now it says that if you seize the initiative on a total of 10, every character may take a normal move or may fire before the battle begins. Any shots will only hit on a natural 6. So, I mean, they don't know that they're spotted. Well, they will as soon as they move. So I'm going to move 6 last. And I'll decide if I'm going to try and take that shot. Because I got a 1 in 6 shot of taking out one of their crew members immediately. But then he's open. He's in the open and available for a return fire. They have military rifles, which have a range of 24. This is a 2-foot-long mat, so he is definitely within range. So let's go ahead and see what's happening. The first thing I know I want to do is I want to get Huala, who has a stealth suit. He has stealth gear. He can only be hit. Well, no, he can be hit, but it's -1 if the person firing a weapon is more than 9 inches away. So I kind of like that, and I thought I might try to get him up here on a high point to gain control. So I am going to, and he's got my highest move too, which is 5. So immediately I can get him moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get him moving in that direction. So he's going to move here. His movement can be seen through this bridge. This is a underpass here to the crew. So they are now alerted that I am here. And I'm glad I won Seize the Initiative. I was counting on that. I didn't know what I was going to do if I didn't win it, but I was hoping for that initial move to get my guys moving. Now Vay's my hard hitter. I want him. He's got a toughness of 6, so he's hard to kill. I want him up high where he will be able to cover anybody coming up these stairs. So the height is 3. He can move 5 plus 2 is a sprint. Climbing is 2 for 1. So this is actually 6. He can move 1 and then 6 just to get up here. And he has no target. He has no line of sight. So that is his free move. Actually, sorry, he can only move. He can't do the sprint. So if he can move 4, he does not have enough to get up here. So instead, what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and have him move 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, to get closer this way. And then on his next turn, he will climb. All right, Captain. The Captain has this weapon called a shell gun, which is just awesome. And I like to just rain down debris on top of my, rain down death on my enemy. So I also want the Captain to be able to do this. Now the Captain, I'm hoping that he knows where they are now. He is 6 has alerted them. They're, so many yards across. The Captain, if he can get high, his range on that weapon is 30, so he can lob death over. So I think the Captain, and the Captain also has a toughness of 6. My crew has gotten, with the experience and the upgrades and stuff, I have really ramped up their combat and their toughness. I haven't worked on their speed, which is unfortunate. That's probably what I'll work on next. So the Captain can move 4. So all he can do is move towards the building. Actually, I'll have you move this way to move his, and then he's going to climb and hopefully rain down and get a lucky hit or 2. All right, Freak, my snake guy, he can move 4. I want him moving. I want him getting close, but I want him out of line of sight. So the best I can do is to move him here. He's right at the base of this, right down here. And he is in cover, but one of these guys could take a shot at him on their turn. Yeah. But I'm hoping I can get initiative and maybe get him to into safety. All right, I'm going to get Red Eyes moving under this staircase to this cover in here. He can move 4, and if he moves 4, that places him right under here, and he has almost 90% cover. So I'm going to move him a little to the right, which would give him 100%. Yeah, there's a red cargo container here that he is able to hide behind. And then now the question, does 6 take a shot? He only has a 1 in 6 chance. And his combat modifier will not help him because it has to be a natural 6 to hit. So I think I'm going to play it safe here and get my guys moving and into cover. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing somebody. What did I do? Hold on just a second. I'm missing 6, Captain, Vay, Huala, Freak, and Blue Eyes. Where did I do with Blue? Oh, that's what it is. Where's Blue Eyes? Huh? Did I move him? No? Okay, I'm losing my mind right now. Let me see if I can find him. That is so weird. I know I had him. Did I knock him down somewhere? Oh, duh. He's under the stairs. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Sorry about that. All right, so I've got 3 here. 6 has a military rifle, so he only gets 1 shot, but he's +2 combat. So when he shoots, he's got good chances. His toughness is 6. Speed of no. Yeah, toughness is 6. So he gets that armor save that all robots get. So I think I'm just going to have him. I want him. I got these guys on the left, these guys on the right. I need to hold the center. So I'm going to push him. He's going to follow Huala into cover. He's under the bridge moving this direction. And that is it for the seize the initiative. Now, what you do next is you roll 1 die for every crew member. I have 6 die, and I'm looking for 1s and 2s. I really need a lot of 1s and 2s right now. Oh, that was a good roll. I got 2 1s, which I'll take, because that will allow me to get Freak, who is in the open. He has a reaction of 1. So I'm going to give him the 1, and I'm going to give well, I could give the captain. I'm going to give the captain the other one because I want him up with that shell gun just raining fire. All right, so on Freak's turn, he will not fire. He will move a full 6 to get to cover. He can move 4 and sprint. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will get him all the way to this wall right here. This is the medical center. He's right here behind or next to this vent. And I'm going to put his die at a 6 to indicate he has moved. Next will be the captain. The captain can move a total of 4 and sprint 2 for 6. This is a 3-inch wall, so that will take all of his movement to get up here. And he has line of sight at the feet of 1, but that's not enough, and he's out of actions anyway. So he cannot do anything this particular turn. Now I'm going to put the 6 there, and we're going to go over to that side and see what we can do. All right. Now, the first thing I need to do is get these guys. They are aggressive. If they don't have line of sight, they will move their full speed plus sprint. If they do have line of sight, they will try to get to cover, and they will move half. Their movement is 4. Yeah, their movement is 4, so they will move 2 into cover. They see me, so they want to get to cover. So I'll do the easy ones first. This one right here will move behind the building. This one right here, if he moves his full 6, which would be 2, 4, if he gets here, He has no line of sight. Well, the captain could see his head, but he doesn't see the captain. So he's going to try to get high. Actually, you know what? That's my specialist. He has a shotgun. A shotgun is not going to do very well up here for range reasons. So he's going to want to get close. So he's going to move his full 6, which would allow him to move around these stairs and get to this corner right here below this bridge, but still in cover. He is, and of course he doesn't have any line of sight on anybody. The rattle gun unique individual, he can move 4, and he's supposed to be applying cover fire. It's not going to help over here. This would not help me, because if I were this player, I'm going to try and concentrate on the center or this side. I'm going to try to get high. Obviously, I always want to get high when I'm playing, because firing down is ideal. You get a better line of sight. So I think what he's going to want to do is hold this center area. I would want him to be applying fire to this center area. And the rattle gun, by the way, the rattle gun can fire 3 times, and it's a 24-inch cover. So he can easily stay right back here on the edge, sort of half in cover, and he's got all this covered underneath the bridge and up high if he wants it. So he's going to hold here. I may do a random roll with the lieutenant to see if the lieutenant tells him to move up. It just depends on how far I get these guys up. So everybody else is going to, let's see, can this guy, that guy does have a shot. Believe it or not, I got one guy here who has a shot on Huala. Huala did not make it to cover. So he has a military rifle, and a military rifle gets 1 shot. He is +1 combat, and he is going to fire. Now he's got cover, and he's within range, so that is a 6+. Covered target within range is a 6. So he has to roll a 5 to hit Huala. And he rolled a 3, so he missed. Wah, wah. All right, that was good. So he can't move. He fired, so he is done. This one right here, actually I need to put a red die on him. He moved, so he gets, or he did this. This guy moved. This guy moved. And this guy moved. All right. I've got 3 more guys here. So the lieutenant is going to tell him, I want somebody up high with a military rifle. So this guy's going to go the 6 to here. He can barely see the captain. The captain can probably see the top of his head, so that's okay. And then the lieutenant is going to tell this guy, they can't see the 2 under the bridge. That is full coverage. They don't see this right here. So he's going to tell, I would probably tell him to go high. I would say you get up the next step and you get moving. And then the lieutenant is going to move his full 6. He can go, where would the lieutenant go? He needs to maintain control of his men. So he's going to want to stay sort of central. He's going to go over here behind this staircase where he can see all his men. Actually, he'll go right here. He can see all his men and communicate to them, but he is fully in cover. So he's moved. And that is that. So, now the good news is, because that guy fired at Huala can return fire, which I hate to do because it's going to counter my movement. You move, then you take your combat action. So, it says you can act in any order. Never mind. Some of the games I play, you have to move, then fire. But I forget, this game, you can fire and then move. During a phase, players acting within the phase can act in any order. Okay, hold on. When acting, a figure may make a movement and then perform a combat action. So I was right. Sorry, it is a move, then a combat. So if he fires, he's not going to be able to move. But Huala has an auto rifle. He gets 2 shots. He's +1 combat. This guy is not in cover at all, so it's a 5+, and I would then get the +1 to hit on a 4+. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take 2 shots, and I'm looking for a 4+. I got a 4 and a 6. They both hit. I'm getting a phone call. Apologies. I'm going to have to edit this part out. Oh, they hung up. All right. So both hit. All right. Now, the auto rifle, I don't believe, has any added damage. It does not. So, his toughness is that is just a grunt. So his toughness is 4. So it's meter beat 4. I need a 4 or higher on one of these dice to take him out. And I got double 6s. So we have our first casualty. Huala did not like that. Take a shot at me, you're going to get one back. All right, so we have a guy who is dead in the first round. And Huala cannot move. He took his shot, and he doesn't really have, well, he does have shot. One of the guys going up the stairs, they're both in about 50% cover. So I think Huala wouldn't even attempt it. And by the time he gets up here and sees Huala, he's moving. He's booking it up the stairs. So Huala is going to just stay put. He moved. All right, who else do I got? Vey. I need Vey up top. Vey is a movement of 5, and he can sprint for 7. So that's enough to get him up to the top and get 1 inch of movement. And he will move 1 inch here. He can see that guy right there. He can see about a third of him. Yep, about a third. So he's in cover. Vey has a 2-shot rifle, needle rifle. It crits on a 6, which means it does 2 hits. He is +2 combat. So he needs to roll a 6 to hit him, but he's +2, so I need a 4 on one of these dice. And I got a 6 and a 4, so both hit. The 6 crits, so that's 2 hits. So what I do is I get to roll 3 dice, and he is a thug as well. So I need a 4 or higher on one of these dice to take him out. And I got a 6. So I took another one out. Bam, bam. All right. Awesome. Where did I do with the dice? Here we go. So he got out in round 1. Now, by the way, these guys normally panic during the morale phase, or during the end when you roll for morale. They panic on a 1, so they're very, very unlikely to panic. And they are stubborn. So it says you will ignore the first casualty. So I've got 2 casualties this turn, so I will only roll for one of those for the morale roll. And it takes a 1 to scare them off. So these guys are not easily spooked. All right, who else I got? I'm going to move this just temporarily. I've got Blue Eyes, who will move up to cover, and 6 will move up to cover. Blue Eyes cannot fire. Well, he could. He can move here. Blue Eyes, what does Blue Eyes have? He has an auto rifle as well, and he can sell. Oh, this is not good. I'm going to take the risk. Blue Eyes will move to where he can see the heavy, the unique individual. The problem is, the next turn, the heavy can fire on Blue Eyes unless I win initiative and get him back into cover. There is something to be said for moving during the slow phase and then still having initiative. All right, so Blue Eyes moved. He also has a deflector field, which I won in the I bought or found in the last in between game rolls. So the first shot he would take, I can choose to ignore it. He is +1 combat. The range of the auto rifle is 24. He's within range, and he's in the open. So that is a 5 to hit. He hits with a +1 combat, and he gets 2 shots. So once again, I need a 4 or higher to hit on these 2 dice. And I got a single 4. Now, his toughness is also 4. He's a heavy. I would have thought his combat is +1, but his toughness is the same, 4. So I need a 4 or higher to take him out. And I got a 4, and I cleaned the map with the heavy. This game, I was kind of nervous about this game. Not really. I thought I had a good handle on this game, but I'm feeling really good right now about this game. All right, so they've lost 2, and I've still got 6 moved, but he can't do anything else. That is the end of the slow phase. So this is the end of round 1. I'm going to collect all my dice. And remember, I ignore the first. I ignore the first injury. So they've got what? 4 characters left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. All right. So first round, I took them down a peg. I said I let them know that they are not wanted here. So ignoring the first casualty, I will roll 2 dice, not 3, and on a 1, somebody's going to flee. And it's usually, the rules say it's the character that's closest to the back edge, but the lieutenant will not do it if there's existing grunts and stuff. And I rolled a 2 and a 3, so nobody flees. All right, that's fine. That's all good. It is now top of the second round. And I'm going to roll 6 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Oops. And I'm looking for some 1s and 2s. I got a 1, and a 2. That's good. Well, I was going to say that's good for Red Eyes because he needed to get out of cover or into cover. But he's got a guy over here who knows where he is, so I may have to assign that to Red Eyes just to get him into cover. He's in cover, but I could get him into full cover. I don't know. He cannot see that guy. That guy is in cover. So on the slow phase, I would step out and take a shot if I had someone there. Man. All right, so Huala will get up here. Maybe we'll see. I could get Vey. If Vey moves here, he can see that guy. But that puts Vey at risk. Vey is going to try and jump over here on his. I'll have to look up the rules for jumping, but he moves to the corner and he spots movement. Now this guy is oh, that's not good. They're both out of cover. So if Vey misses, he is going to get full. He's got no cover, but I'm going to take that risk. Vey's my best guy. I mean, he's full toughness, full speed, +2 combat, got a 2-shot rifle. He's my dude. So he also has booster pills. So if he gets stunned, he can take those and eliminate the stun. I'm going to go ahead and have him fire. So they're fully in. All right. So he's within range and he's not in cover, which is a 5+. Open target within range is a 5+. Vey has +2. So he hits on a 3. One of these 2 dice needs to be a 3. Come on, 3 or higher. I got a single hit. All right, the 4 hits. That is a thug, toughness of 4. There is no damage modifier for the needle gun. Nope. So I need a 4 higher. I got a 4. So we have a new casualty in round number 2. And it says, yeah, the first. So that will help with morale possibly. The lieutenant is just like, holy, what is going on? My entire crew's just been wiped out in like 6 seconds. He orders this other guy. All right, so Vey went. Let me indicate that. Vey moved, and so did. Oh, I didn't assign the other. I assigned a 1 to him and the 2 to, I will assign it to 6, who is reaction of 2. I can't assign that to Red Eyes because his reaction is 1, and you can't assign the 2. So I'm going to get 6 to move out over here into cover and stay there for a moment. He's trying to get closer. And that's all I can do for the fast phase. Now let me go over there and see what options I have. All right. So I'm this player, and it's all or nothing for these guys. If they don't fail their morale, they're going to fight to the death because that's what the rules say. They're aggressive. The morale roll would force this thug to flee, and I've got the specialist with a shotgun and the lieutenant back here questioning his choice of crew members. Now, the bad news for Huala, since Huala's moving in the slow phase, the captain sees him and will move here and take a shot. I would. He will take a shot at Huala. The captain, unfortunately, has... Oh, my gosh. I know he's got something good. I can't remember. He's got the... The captain has the auto rifle. Auto rifle gets 2 shots. He's +2 combat. So he will roll 4 dice. 2 dice, excuse me. So the captain's combat is +2. Huala is in the open within range. So that's a 5+. He gets +2. So he's got to roll a 3 or higher to hit Huala. Ooh, both hit. Okay. All right. Now, Huala's toughness is 5. And there is no damage modifier for the auto rifle. So he needs a 5 or higher to take him out. Ooh, the odds are... that's scary. He does not have any armor or anything. All right, 5 or higher. I rolled a 2 and a 3. So that equates to 2. Is it 2 stuns? And I think 3 stuns takes you out of the game. How many stuns? I think... stuns... A figure may remove 1 stun marker. I think you can have up to 3 stuns. I'm not going to waste time looking, but I'm 90% sure that the stuns is... the stun is... let me look that up, because that could matter in this game. A stun is... All right, where's the combat? Battle. Here we go. Battle. Determine the enemy. Okay, where's the... Come on. Running away, morale, end phase. Okay. Stunned. If moving from a stun to characters... Okay. Here we go. Stunned. If a figure becomes... If a character ever has 3 or more stunned at the same time, they are knocked out and removed from play. So he's got 2. And luckily, he will be able to remove one of those as soon as he moves. Now, the unfortunate part... For him, the shotgun is out of range. I believe the shotgun range is... It's not big. The shotgun is 12 inches, and he's definitely farther than 12 inches. So this guy is going to order the thug. He's like, come over here and take your shot. I would do it. I would move over here, and I would try to get that 3rd stun. Now, that thug has a military rifle, which is a 24-inch range, definitely within, and it has 1 shot. So he gets 1 shot at Huala. Poor Huala, man, and I love Huala. All right, so he gets 1 shot. Huala is in the open, so that's a 5+, and he's +1, so a 4 or higher will hit. And he rolled a 3, so he missed. Yes. All right, so he missed, and the shotgun guy, the lieutenant... He's no good up close. He does know that I've got 2 guys back here. He does not know about this guy, although he did lose 2, so he's got to figure that I've got coverage up high. The lieutenant will order the shotgun guy to step out. Do you have a shot? If you don't, get back to cover. He does have a shot on Red Eyes. I think that's within 9. Now, Red Eyes does have good cover. I'm sorry, 12 inches. Oh, yeah, he's within range. So he can step out and take a single shot at Red Eyes. And the shotgun is 12, 2 shots, and it does +1 on the toughness thing. So, ooh. All right. So he's in cover, which is a 6+. He gets +1 on his... the specialist is +1 for combat. So he hits on a 5. So he gets 2 shots. He got 1 hit. And the shotgun is not critical, I believe. It's focused. I'm not sure what that means. Let me look that up. What is focused? Focused is... All shots must be against a single target. Okay, so they were. So he did hit, and now I have to roll a d6. Blue Eyes has a toughness of 4, and he gets +1 on this roll. So a 3 or higher will take him out. And I rolled a 3. So he is out of the game. Not necessarily dead, but that was not, I didn't like that. All right. And that is the end of their turn. Now, Huala has radioed in where the commander or the lieutenant and the thug are. It's slow phase, by the way. Sorry. So it's now my turn. So if Huala takes a shot, he cannot move, and he is injured. So I'm getting him out of here. He's going to move back here into cover. He loses one of the stun markers, so he's still got one left. But he radioed the position, which means Freak could take a shot. Captain could lob something over there, which I think I may do, rather than put Freak into harm's way. Because if Freak moves into view here, I'll have 2 guys able to fire at him. So let's see how this plays out. Captain says, I'm going to try something. He moves. He can see the stairs. He's going to lob a grenade. And what I'm going to do here is he has to have a target. And he really can't see. What is his move? 4. He really can't see them. So what I'm going to do is I know he's wanting to hit in this general area. So I'm going to say that he targets something, and I'm going to put a die. I'm going to put a die right here where he can see. He can see the steps. Yeah. And I'm going to say he's aiming for that because his shell gun, the shell gun has a 30-inch range and 2 shots, but it's an area effect. For the area says all shots against the initial target, they cannot be spread, then resolve 1 bonus shot against every figure within 2 inches. And those figures are definitely within 2 inches. So if he hits this spot, then I can take a 1-action shot against these others. So let's see if he hits this spot. If he doesn't, then it just misses. It goes wild. So Captain is +2 combat. That is, we'll treat that as cover. We'll say that's a 6. So I need to roll a 4 or higher to put a grenade or whatever it is there. And I rolled a 5. So he does hit here. Now I get a single shot against all targets within 1 inch. So the first one will be, let's say, his combat still adds, so it's supposed to, so 6, so 4. So on the lieutenant, I need a 4 or higher, and I missed. And on the thug, I need a 4 or higher, and I got it. So the thug is hit. Now we roll to see if it goes against his toughness, and the shell gun has no modifier to the damage, so it's just a straight up 4 or higher kills him, and he got a 6, so he took him out in round 2. All right, is this round 2? Let's see. Yeah, this is round 2. This is a slow phase, and that just leaves Mr. Shotgun and the lieutenant. Who else hasn't moved? Captain moved. He moved. Freak could end this really easy, but I'm going to do it. Freak steps here. He sees the shotgun guy. He's still in cover from for the lieutenant, but he's got the shotgun guy in his sights. Freak has a 2-shot gun. He's +1 combat. He's within range and not in cover, so that's 5+. And he's +1, so he hits on a 4 or higher, and he gets 2 shots. So 4 or higher. I got a single 4, so it do hit. And now there's no modifier to damage because it's an auto rifle. So it's just his toughness, the specialist toughness is 4. I need a 4 or higher, and I rolled a 6. So the specialist goes out with a bang. Now, since everybody has gone, and the lieutenant is the only one left. Sorry, having to make sure my computer stayed recording. Now that the lieutenant is the only one left, there is a very good chance this guy may book it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all my dice. Everybody's moved. I did lose Huala. I did lose Red Eyes. So 3 guys went out this turn. So I roll 3 of these. On a 1, the lieutenant is out of here. And I did not roll a 1. So the lieutenant has decided he's gonna stick this out. All right. That is the end of round 2. Now, you don't have to do this, but I am going to roll for a battlefield event. You do this at the end of round 2 and round 4. So if you've got the book, you can follow along. It's on page, hold on, post-battle. Let's see, readying for battle. Okay, it's on page 116. It's a D100, so I will roll green is high. I rolled a 13. Change of plans. The enemy switches to the cautious. Well, that makes sense. If they were already cautious, they switch to tactical. Enemies with no range attacks are unaffected. So they are cautious. And for cautious, there are different rules for how those characters will act. Cautious, on page 42. They will attempt to stay in cover whenever possible, at all times. Figures with an opponent in sight and range will remain where they are and take aimed shots. Otherwise, they will advance or in or behind terrain, trying to establish line of sight. They will attempt to engage targets as close to maximum range as possible. Now he has that auto rifle, so he's got full range across the board. As a general rule, they will not enter brawling. So he's just going to hang back and hope for that he could take one of my guys out. So I have to take him out. He is like last man standing. He's angry. All his crewmates are dead. So he's not going anywhere. So that is it for that. Let's roll for the reaction phase. I got no 1s and no 2s, so he will go first. The good news is, for me, he has no targets. Nope. He has no targets. So the only thing he can really do is advance forward, which he will go here. That's a full 6. And when he goes around, he does see this guy, but he's in cover and cannot take the shot. But on the next one, if he just moves 1 inch forward, he may have a shot. So I may have to deal with Freak and get him into cover. So that is it for the fast phase, or for the there was no fast phase. I didn't roll any 1s or 2s. The enemy phase is moved, so now it is my turn. So Freak saw him, and Freak radioed. He knows where he is, so Freak's going to come back here into cover. And you know what? I'll go ahead and grab this one thing. He goes, look, a shiny bit, and he grabs it. They know where this guy is, so Captain is going to order everybody to close in. Now, it's Huala's turn. He loses this last stun. He will move. If he moves right here, yeah, he's got cover. So if he moves over here, his full 6, he cannot. That's about 6, yeah. He's not going to be able to. He won't be in view. 6 is going to move up here. They're just trying to rush him. Now, let me look up jumping. I can't remember the rules for jumping. Leaping. Characters can leap over a gap up to 2 inches wide as part of their standard movie. Swift characters, he's not swift, I don't think. No, he's a precursor. Swift can go 4. That is, I think that I did 2 inches. Yeah, 2 inches. So, as part of their normal movement, he can jump. They can move 5 inches. So, he could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll jump right here. Now, he can't see down here, but he suspects. He knows. And the captain will move to the edge, and on his next turn, he will jump over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. That is it for the slow phase. I am bringing the battle to the lieutenant. End of the turn, it's now morale. I don't do morale because there's nobody else to kill. And the lieutenant has decided to fight it out. So I'm going to roll 5 reaction dice. I got nothing. All right. So Now, here's the, well, no. He hears Vay jump and land on this roof. So if I knew that, what could I do? I could get into cover right back here. He's gonna run back here. He's just trying to get a shot on somebody. He's gonna make it. I'm gonna make it hard on him. I mean, they're not. He can't go anywhere else that Vay wouldn't be able to fire on him. But if he runs underneath these staircases to right here, if he sprints, it's not quite. Well, it's. I'll give it to him. He's 6. He's panicked. He's over here. He is in the far corner. That is the enemy phase. So on my turn. Oh, he's going to make this hard on me. Vay will move 7 inches. Actually, he's going to be very cautious. He's going to go 4. And he's not sure if this, he's sort of, looking down, aiming. He's going to get ready to try and aim down. Captain will move and jump over for his 4. He's keeping an eyeball on this guy. 6 is cautiously moving around, staying in cover. 6. Freak is gonna burst the speed. Freak is 4 + 2 is 6. He will run down here, down this alleyway, and Huala will do the same. And that is it for round 4. Now I need to roll the last battle event. Page 116. Green is high. 15. Same thing, I think. Nope. Lost Heart. The enemy has had enough. At the end of the next round, they will leave the field. So it is now the end of the round. Now, I do get to roll initiative, but he's going to book it. I need 1s and 2s. Of course, now I get 3 2s and a 1. So my guys are very angry. They love this clinic. So Vay is going to move to the end, and he is going to unload on this lieutenant who's directly below him. Now, he better hit, because that lieutenant, there's not a whole lot else I can do. Well, I mean, 6, I could assign the 2s to a few people, but let me think. I got 3 2s and a 1. So I gave Vay a 2, because he has a reaction of 2. Captain gets a reaction of 2. I'll give 6. 6 has a reaction of 2, which leaves that single 1, and I'll give that to Freak. I'll give it to Freak. Freak can come around the edge of this building and maybe take the saving shot should they miss. All right. They will fire. He is within 6 inches, so it's a 3 to hit because there's no cover. He's just aiming down. He's +2, so he can't miss. But I think a 1 will miss. I'll have to look and see. But since he's firing 2 dice, let's see. I just need a 2 or higher to hit. And he got 2 hits in. The lieutenant's toughness is 4. And so I just need a 4 or higher on one of these dice. And I got a 6. And he takes out the lieutenant and screams, "Victory!" And that is that. All right. Now, since I'm live, let's go ahead and do this. At the end, appended to the end of this video, I will do the post-game rolls. But since I lost a guy, I want to do this right. So I'm going to go ahead and roll for his fate right now. He was a casualty. So you roll once on the injury table. Now here's the deal. I do have some secrets there. I have some insurances. I have 1 insurance left. But I also had this thing that said that I got, I have to look it up. Where is it? I get, there was one, oh, you know what? It was the captain. The captain could evade 1 injury table roll. I'm pretty sure that was something I did. I can't find it right now, but I'm pretty sure. So it's a D100 on the injury table. And I've been rolling really low, and I need to roll really high for this. All right, come on, Red Eyes. I rolled a 40, which is crippling wound. It requires 1d6 credits of surgery, or you suffer -1 to either the highest of speed or toughness, and he is going to be in the campaign. He's going to be out for 1d6 turns. All right, so it's going to cost me how many credits? 5 credits. Let me write that down. -5 for, is it red eyes? It was blue eyes. Blue eyes, excuse me. I've been calling red. For blue eyes, medical. Now, how many turns is he going to be out of the game? 1d6. 5. Ooh, -5 turns. But I can lower that. I can use the insurance to get rid of one of those, I believe. I'm going to look that up real quick because that's kind of critical. It was a benefit, so let me look that up. The benefit, all right, it's on page benefits. On page 83, it was insurance. Mark down two campaign turns of injury recovery. So I have 1 use of his insurance left, and now I have 0. So that knocks this down to -3 turns. And then on the pre-rolls, I believe you can, when you have somebody in medical, you can pay extra to reduce a turn. So I may be able to knock that down to just -2 turns, which is still not good. I really hate that, but we will see. All right, let me take a break, get something to drink real quick, and I will be right back to do all the post-game rolls. Be right back. All right, time for the post-battle rolls. Resolve the rival status. If you fought an opponent that isn't a rival, they were not, and held the field, roll a d6. On a 1, they become your rivals. However, if I turn back to the enemy encounter subtable for criminal elements, let's see, I didn't get the bonus credits. Career criminals tend to get even. When rolling to see if a criminal group becomes a rival, you roll 2d6, with a 1 indicating they become a rival. If both are 1, they hate you. They become rivals and increase their numbers in future battles by +1. Oh, I got a 1. So they are my rivals. Wow. So the criminal element, and this was a Kieran, maybe this was a gang, and I just took out some of their members, and so now I'm marked. So the Kieran, what were they called? The Kieran Outlaws. I've fought them before, so I know this is like my second time going up against them. So that makes sense. So now they are a rival. So, I don't like rivals because you got to hide from them or pick a fight and stuff like that. It's crazy. All right. Resolve patron status. Well, I just did a patron job. So, and I did it successfully. So now I have 2 patrons on this world. I have a wealthy one, and I have I think it was a private organization. Let me see. Yeah, it was a private org. Now, this one was low priority. But it does have some bonuses. Like I get +3 danger pay, and I get to roll twice for the highest mission pay. I still have a wealthy patron that's doing me +3 danger pay, and I can do it any time. So I will roll for another job, and I'll keep this one on the back burner. So patrons, I have 2 actually, but I'm going to treat it as 1 because this one's already given me a job, so he shouldn't really give me any benefits to getting another job. All right. Determine quest progress. I've given up on my quest. That part of this game just doesn't really appeal to me. It's a little finicky. It just seems like it's a lot of it's extra things to track, which I guess you could like that. It just doesn't seem to go anywhere. So I'm not dealing with the quest. Get paid. Here we go. I get to roll 2d6 and take the highest. And remember, because I held the field, it says if you won by completing your objective, roll 1s and 2s. They become 3s. So let's see. So I did roll a 6. So I get 6 credits plus the 3 danger pay. So I get +9 credits. And remember, I'm going to lose some of that I'm going to lose 5 of that for Red Eyes Medical. All right. Roll twice and pick the highest from the mission pay. Yeah, so I did do that. All right. Okay. Get paid. Battlefield finds. I held the field, so I get to roll a D100, and I get to see if I find anything on the field. Green is high, And I rolled an 85. Vital info, invasion evidence. Turn in this to get a corporate patron automatically on this world. Well, guess what? Now I have 2 patrons. If this enemy is an invasion threat, it's not. You find invasion. Earn 1 credit and +1. So I do have a second patron, which is nice. Okay. And it's a corporate patron. Now, all that does is it helps with the role when you determine, when like you go search for a patron, it helps you when you roll that to see if you find maybe a third patron. So this is good. All right, check for invasion. This is not a world that is under invasion threat, so that doesn't get listed. Let's see, listed in the battle chapter. Gather the loot. Okay, so you get one. I only get 1 loot table roll on page 131. I rolled a 38, which is damaged gear. Loot roll. Damaged gear. Let's see what that gear is. Roll on the gear subtable on page 132. That is an 18, which is a gun mod. And then you roll on the gun mod subtable, which is also on page 132, and that is a 4, which is an assault blade, which really doesn't help me because I do not try to get into brawls. Brawls are dangerous in this game. Now, it's possible I may have to face them. I think probably what it is, an assault blade, when you mount it on a weapon, you choose the weapon, and it probably gives you some benefit like damage or something. Let's take a look. The assault blade is, where is it? Assault blade. Assault blade. This weapon gains the melee trait. Damage is +1, and you win on a draw. Non-pistol only. So I could give that to one of my rifles, and then if they ever get in melee, or if they ever get in a base-to-base brawl, they would be able to use that to increase the damage. Damage goes against the toughness, so it would be +1 against the toughness roll. All right, so that was the loot roll. Determine injuries. I already did this. So Red Eyes is now out for 3 turns. And I rolled for his injury already. It was that crippling wound, which I paid for. So it's minus, was it 5? Yeah, it was minus 5 credits. So I end up with a net +4 credits so far. And now we are to experience. Okay, experience. Became a casualty, +1. So Red Eyes, Blue Eyes gets +1 XP. Survived but did not win. We did win. Survived and won. So everybody else gets +3 except for Blue Eyes. First character to inflict a casualty, I believe, was Huala. He took that long shot. Yeah, he did. And he gets +1 for that. Killed a unique individual. That was Blue Eyes. He did that. He was behind cover, and I took the chance. So he gets +1 for killing the unique. And let's see. I'll do ability increases later because I don't have time to think about it. I always make notes when you download the character sheet, the captain's log or the character log. The second sheet contains like notes for the pre-battle and then notes for the post-battle. And so in the post-battle, I'll always indicate which of my characters I spent XP on for upgrades and what upgrades I purchased. So I'll do that later. Invest in advanced training. No. Purchase items. Why not? You may pay 3 credits. Right now, my crew has, let's see, where's that sheet? I'm doing okay. I have 16 credits +4, so I have 20 credits, and I'm going to have to play upkeep in the next round. But I'll go ahead and spend -3 for a purchase. -3 for a purchase. So now I'm at +1 credit for the round. And I get to roll on the military weapons, gear, or gadget. You know, I always roll on the military weapon, but right now I'm kind of happy with the military weapons. Page 28. Maybe I'll roll on a piece of gear. Let's see. gear table or a gadget table. Let's do a gear table roll. And it's a D100. It's on page 29 if you have the book. 26. A combat armor. Yeah. I don't know what that is, but we're going to look it up and see. Combat armor. Let's go see what that is. Combat armor is... Combat armor. Saving throw 5+. So, yeah, definitely I'm going to be giving that to somebody. Saving throw. So when you get hit, and let's say it hits you, and you're going to be taken out, right? And let's say they roll for your toughness, and it beats your toughness. You get 1 saving throw. That means you roll a d6, and if you roll a 5 or higher, you dodge it. The armor takes the hit. So that's awesome. I love that. I may come back to the gear table more often. All right, let's see. Roll for a campaign event. This is where it gets scary. I always hate campaign events because they're usually not fun. So, campaign event. On page 126, I rolled a 79. You renegotiate some old debts. If you currently owe money, reduce your debt by 1d6 plus 1. If you owe nothing, earn +2 for being prudent with your money. So I get +2 credits. So now I'm at +3 again. Nice. All right. I'm at +3. And now you roll for a character event. And this is random. So the way I do this is I have all 8 of my characters. I roll a d10. I re-roll 9s and 10s. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Captain. All right. The captain will roll on the character event, which is on page 128. And I rolled a 33. 33. It's time for a makeover. This character changes their clothes, hairstyle, or something else. This is only cosmetic. If you are able to, reflect this on the miniature. Well, my captain, where's my captain? He's this guy in the red body armor. So I'm going to take this time to give him a... I'm probably going to give him the... He already has combat armor, so he doesn't need it. So I will find another miniature that has combat armor, but I'll probably do one without the helmet so that he can be visible. And so that's cool. Hey, get to change out a mini. And I believe that is it. Check for Galactic War. If you are tracking any planets that were invaded, roll 2d6. I am not. I've only explored like 4 or 5 worlds. I imagine if this game goes into the 20, 30 world range, you would probably start doing this. But so far, I've been very lucky. I think one world got shut down in my early campaign that it's no longer, I can't visit it any longer. So, all right, that is it. So to make changes here, this was the old one. This is the new one, right? No, where's that? Oh, yeah, here it is. All right, so you will be able to find my updated crew log with this video. There'll be a link to download it. Always get the most latest PDF. That'll have it. So I've got +3 credits, so I'm at 19 credits, 6 story points. My ship is fully paid off and full health at 35. I now have 3 patrons on this world. No, I have 2. Sorry. 2. I've given up the quest. I'm not worried about it. I'm on Kiev 4. That's the name of the planet. I have a rival on this world. And I think that is it. All right. So the next video in this series will be the pre-rolls for campaign turn 12. I'm playing this up to 20 campaign turns, so I'm more than halfway there. And my victory condition is play 20 turns. So if I make to 20 turns, technically what it is like I win this game. I could start a new crew, or I could keep going. But so we're getting ready to start campaign turn number 12. This is great. I hope you are enjoying this. I'm getting much better at remembering the rules and implementing them in the game. I'm having fun. I hate that we're going to be missing Blue Eyes, but I do have 2 other crew members. I have Droon and Surge, who really are desperate for some XP. So maybe I need to get them in the game. And let's see, what else? I will update the character sheet. You can download that along with all the notes. And that's it. So thanks for joining me for this playthrough of 5 Parsecs plus the post-game rolls. And I will see you in the next 5 Parsecs video with the next turn pre-rolls. This is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Everybody, take care.